We got a new show in the lineup coming to CBS Sunday nights. It's called Game Time with Boomer Esiason.
Yeah, the retired NFL quarterback will host in-depth interviews with sports personalities from the past and the present. WFMY News 2's Jalen Gilkey gives us a look at what we can expect.
Game Time with Boomer Esiason and the return of NFL football season seemed to fit together perfectly. Earlier, I had the opportunity to talk to the 13-year NFL vet to find out more about his new show. What should the people expect from Game Time with Boomer Esiason?
A lot of great interviews and a lot of different interviews. You know, it's not just football, it's not just baseball, it's Olympic athletes. I'm going to be interviewing the mayor of Kyiv, Vitaly Klitschko, of course, a former heavyweight champion here in the country, in our country, dealing with a war in his country. So we're all over the spectrum: basketball, NCAA. We talk to politicians, we talk to all different types of people, and I think the people down there in Greensboro will really appreciate it.
You've been in the game for a while now. We won't count years.
Thank you.
On this media side. But what made you kind of feel like it was time for you to attach your name and to get your brand out there and to introduce the world on a more personal level to Boomer Esiason and your friends and your guests that come along?
It's one of the things that I wanted to do is have a show that was going to run during the weekends, that wasn't going to be like high intensity. There's no screaming and yelling back and forth. It's just finding out about people and where they came from and what it took for them to become successful. And some of our Olympic athletes that you've never heard of have some of the greatest stories, and their stories stand on their own. And I just like to hear those stories being told, and it's one of the reasons why Game Time has been so successful over the last 5 years.
Just what do you want each and every interview to kind of convey to the audience?
I want them to be inspired by the interviews, because all of these people, no matter whether they were first-round draft picks or grew up in the projects or fighting a war against what everybody thought was an insurmountable foe in Russia, it's remarkable what they have done with their lives. And they're just normal people that turned out to be great successes for the dedication and perseverance that they have in their lives. So I would say that that's the biggest message in regards to these interviews: is look at the subject that I'm interviewing, listen to their story, and know that you can easily be one of them if you're dedicated like they were.
Game Time with Boomer Esiason is set to premiere on Sunday, September 17th, right here on CBS.
I love this.
I love it too, because so many people are going to have different perspectives. When you're talking about folks all the way from the past up till now, till the present, it's going to be fun. A lot of people have stories to tell, so it'll be cool.
Absolutely. He said some of his favorite interviews that he's done so far, because some of them have already been pre-recorded, were some of our Olympians. You know, the people that may not be household names as great or as large as Bruce Smith or somebody that we saw in those cuts, but their story is the best, just how they got to where they are and the work that they had to put in to become the world's greatest.
So everybody's an athlete, right? In some capacity, or
he said it's not all sports. So
Okay.
like he said, he's got Vitaly Klitschko, who was once a boxer, but he's now the mayor of Kyiv. So
okay.
How
there's
cool
a little
is
bit
that?
of
That's
mixing.
really cool.
Was there anything that didn't make the cut in the story that was funny?
we talked about Bryce. We talked about Bryce Young a lot.
Okay.
Really?
He and Frank Wright, they were roommates in college. So he's got all the inside scoop on Bryce Young. And I asked him, I said,
Wow.
it's Bryce Young's been named starting quarterback before our first preseason game, and then even though they said it wouldn't be until closer to the season, he said, yeah, well, he's just so advanced and so smart, and he's got everything kind of handled in the offensive playbook. So Frank's just ready to see and throw him out there and see what happens.
Real quick, what's one thing you're looking forward to most about the show?
I want it from Asia Wilson.
Yeah,
She's
I was
one of my
excited
favorite-
to
She's
hear.
one of my favorite athletes. WNBA MVP.
Yep.
Couple-time national champion down in South Carolina. She's just a great hooper, baller. She just had 50 points a couple weeks ago. She's unbelievable.
This is going to be good. It's going to be a really good
Should be a
show.
great time.